Mm-hmm. Ah, tasty. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Put that over there. Hey, what's up, Blocks Fruit Nerd? How are you doing today? Hello, how are you? Thank you for the. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, brother. How are you doing? Oh, Blocks Fruit Nerve. Hey, thanks for asking. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing really well today. Having a wonderful morning. My day is going great. I'm getting ready to go to the gym to do a workout and doing some music there. I'm working on this scale in Canon D with Pacabello. which is an awesome song. It really soothes my brain. How are you doing today? Mm. Ah. How are you today, Blocks? Yeah, anybody that's in the chat, you know, feel free to type down there. Just try to stay somewhat nice and professional. And then, yeah, I usually try to engage with you guys as much as I can. That's why I do this music therapy. The music therapy is for you to come to a place and, I love to play piano. It's just what I like to do. I'm not, the most talented piano player, but I do enjoy it. So you want to do things that you enjoy. And then we got to go to the gym and then we have to go study. But right now, my time is here with you guys. Trying to play some sounds that are just soothing to the mind. The world's really noisy, A lot of noises in the world that make people stressed out. Not here. Pachelbel Canon D is a D, A, then we're going to go to a B minor, to an F sharp, to the G. Oh, thanks, Blocks. I appreciate that. To a D, G, A, do 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 do. I appreciate the compliment. Do I have any kids? I do not. I uh, I do not have children. I know that's an interesting question. And by the way, what is the heart? Oh, I don't even know what that means. What's a heart with a cross on it mean? Yeah, I don't have children, guys. I um I took an uh I took an oath of celibacy when I was in a recent time. I came out of some really big struggles and I decided to give that up. So that's my choice. And yeah, it's been a path to try to become the strongest version of myself. Unless something happens in my life, I don't know if I will have children. But I have lots of friends and lots of people that come into streams, and I take my energy and give it to them. So I've kind of more dedicated my life to service as my choice. And yeah, here we are. Maybe that'll change, but I've never met the right person. Oh, well, that's okay. You have a great day, and on your way out, I'll play you this little jazz piece. Have a great day, Blocks. I hope to see you next time. And remember, on your way out, just remember it's never I can't, it's I haven't yet. And remember that. Come by next time. Bye. Have a great day, Blocks Fruit Nerve. Remember, you can do anything you set your mind to, brother. Have a good one. All right, there's something there. Hey, anybody that's in the chat, feel free to put a thumbs up in there, guys. Really hope that you enjoy some of the therapy, and feel free to put a comment. Uh, Feel free to put a comment down into the chat. It helps the algorithm for more people to come. Oh, hi. Let's see. Here's one I was working on. Oh, and you're back. Welcome back. You know what, Blocks? Since you're doing all this commenting, you are now a moderator. Boom. Yeah, so you're a standard moderator now since you're engaging in the chat. So just do me a favor, stay nice, and if somebody comes in and is, saying stuff that's not appropriate or something, help me keep the vibe good in here. Because remember, um, how can I say this? The whole point of me being here is for me to try to encourage you guys. So now you have been elected a moderator since you've been putting so many chats in. I have a few standard moderators, and people that come over and over again, I'll end up making them like a full-time moderator. But guys, anybody that's in the chat, I see there's like 15 people here. Well, you're very welcome. Yeah, get as many people in here, share the video, and feel free to ask me anything. I mean, nothing is off the table as long as you're respectful and you're nice, then you can pretty much ask me anything. Earlier it was asked if I have children. I do not have children, just so you guys know. That's a personal choice. Things may change, but for me, um, how can I say this? I have a lot of people that show up to my chats, and I have a lot of friends who are, you know, oh, don't be sorry, brother. I am so happy with my life. I have had a very blessed life, and I'm here to spread information. I'm more of a public servant. I'm here to serve the next generation before my time on earth is done. You know, Mm. This is my coffee. And this is my cousin's company, Bear and Otter Outdoors. They sell a lot of good products for outdoor stuff. So if you're ever curious, Bear and Otter Outdoors, they're in the state of Georgia. So back to this. Okay. Oh, there we go. I am from Georgia. I am in the state of Georgia, fellas. Where are you guys from? I'm always curious. I'm always curious. I'm always curious where people pop in from the chats. Oh, Indiana? Nice. Indiana, huh? Indiana is where my favorite basketball player's from. French Lick, Indiana. Larry Bird. Love Larry Bird. Are you near French Lick? I like Indiana. House. House. Ah, I'm going to go refill my coffee cup real quick. No, no apartment. I have a house right here. Yay. 1 second. All right, guys. Let me just get my Keurig right here. I'm going to make me a cup of coffee while I take a break. Feel free to put any chats. And if you're curious about anything, about what I've done in my life, how I made some of my money, how, I don't know, just any questions, guys. I only know what to talk about if you guys give me some material. So, you live in an apartment? That's okay. I lived in an apartment for a long time, right? The biggest thing is, do you have something that is hazelnut? The biggest question is, do you live somewhere that you can be comfortable enough to get to your own goals, right? You want to live somewhere that allows you to have a space where you can work and whatever your goals are, use your living space to live within your means and then get to the next stage of life. As simple as that, guys. Life is like a video game, right? Life is like a video game. You find people that help you get to the next level. And yeah, and also it's all in your head. Everything is in your head. River Bend apartment. Well, here's the thing. Maybe you are on a live stream and there's 24 people looking. Maybe not the best idea to tell people exactly what your apartment is, but you know, that's your choice. I'm in the state of Georgia and I'm out into the country. So while my coffee gets up here in a second, I am going to have to pee. So I may pause you guys for a second while I pee, but I'm in the country. See, I opened my door over here. We're over here. I'll show you. We're out here. So this is where we have our land. Yeah. Ah, hot day, hot, humid day. So, yeah. Do, 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 do. Now, forgive me, guys. Ooh, there's my coffee pot. We have a Keurig right here. Pop this sucker up, put it down. Do you have enough water in there? Oh, yeah, we have enough water. Good. All right. You guys are probably going to laugh, but I have to pee real quick. So let me pee real quick, and then I drink a lot of water, so I have to pee. All right, washing the hands real quick. If anybody came into the room, apologize, I had to pee real quick. I drink a lot of water. And we're back. Drink a lot of water, guys. That is the key to my energy. All right, let's make a cup of coffee. Yeah, the other day someone was asking me about my tattoos. I thought that was kind of funny. I got to put some more water in here real quick. Yeah, all questions are open for discussion. And then I'm going to play a little bit more piano. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And then after I do that, I'm going to go to the gym, get a workout in. Then I got to study for the rest of the day. But anybody that's in here, please, I'm not trying to sell you anything or anything like that, but I would ask if you like, what's this? Can you help me to live the dream? Yeah, absolutely. But the question is, what is your dream? What's your dream, brother? Of course I can. That's why people call me Uncle Chris. I'm here to try to encourage you guys to get to your next stage of life. You know, I know that sounds silly, but it's not. You got to have people in your circle that help get you to that next area of life, your next dream. But here, while I'm here, there we go. While my coffee's there. By the way, anybody that's watching, feel free to type a comment. Okay. Let me open up into my office here real quick. This is my office. Well, the first thing is this. You live in a country that was founded in 1776, and they believed that with this right here, the United States Constitution, you need to understand this and you need to understand the rights that you have in the United States as a citizen. And you need to understand what you are able to do and not do in your country and use that to get to your goals. That's the first thing. The next thing, if you want to get to your dream, now blocks noob, the next thing you want to do is If you don't know what you want to do in life, this is something I recommend. I recommend reading. This is my bookshelf. I have a lot of books. I have books on music theory. I have books about how to read faster. I have lots of books over here, okay? And one of the things that's going to separate you from your peers is going to be reading. Read about history, read about this is a great book, How to Make Money in Stocks by William J. O'Neill. Anybody that's here, you should screenshot this. This is a great book. Um, if you take notes when you read, I know people think it's silly, but here's a book, How to Take Smart Notes. The way how to stay organized, right? Home skills, you know, Western literature, right? Worst case scenario survival guide, right? In case things go bad. Nikola Tesla, understanding that, back to the basics. And you should also have a gym in your house, right? This is my gym where I do a lot of my work. And if you don't know what you want to do in your life, go join the Navy. I traveled around the world for about 10 years of my life and I collected a lot of stuff. I got stuff, I got this in China and Japan. I've got like this right here, which is a solid silver cup that was made and forged in the mountains of China. I really like music theory, as you can tell. And, I got this from a priest in Afghanistan. So, one of the things that really helped me out was just learning. And here's something that's crazy, and you may not realize it. You're 10 years old. That's okay. At 10 years old, you're at the perfect age to start learning every day. Like you're on the computer, like you're on YouTube. I'm giving you some good information, right? The sooner you can understand this in your life, the quicker you'll get to your dreams. What you need to understand at 10 years old, in my opinion, is to read, educate yourself, understand understand what you can do. Do I play games? Not really, brother. I don't play a lot of video games. When I was younger, I did. When I was younger, I played some video games, but um, I have limited time. So the time that I used to put into video games, oh, my coffee's done. The time I used to put in video games, I now put into my business, or I go work out, or I study for businesses and stuff. My video game is like music now. Um, Now, I will have to confess this, that, well, I'll save that for another video. But, you know, the more things that you do, like, let me ask you this. It is Blocks Fruit. If you have something that you like to do, what do you like to do? Like, what's your favorite thing to do in the world? Like, what do you like to do? Do you play a sport? Do you build stuff? Do you use your hands? Like, what do you like to do? Put this here. Good. Put that there. Good. You have to ask yourself, what do you enjoy doing in this world? What is rither? Does that mean writing? W-R-I-T. Are you saying you like to write? Are you saying you like to write? Is that what that means? By the way, cool. So you like to write. Awesome. So you like to write. So if I was 10 years old and I could go back in time and I knew I loved to write, what I would do is I would still probably play video games and do all that because you're in the stage of your life where that's fun. But I would do my best every day for at least 20 minutes a day, work on writing. And you like school, beautiful. So you like school, and you like to write. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Maybe figure out how do you use school. Maybe there's clubs, maybe there's literature clubs. What can you do in the school to help you get better at writing, right? The more you focus your energy on writing and getting better at writing, the better writer that you will be. So, I would even start to write my own book. Have you considered doing that? You say, "Oh, I'm only 10," and you like to play with your friend. Beautiful. Does your friend also like writing? Does your friend also like writing? So, if you and your friend like writing, so maybe you and your friend could work on writing a book together. And I guarantee you, there's probably a teacher or someone, depending on maybe if you go to church, maybe not, but talk to your parents, do your best to write your own book and or a story and then put it online. You got to talk to your parents and get their permission. Well, I can understand school's kind of tricky because there's a lot of that depends on what school you go to. Some schools are very biased, but at the end of the day, we all have to kind of go to school and we have to do that. But if your friend and you work together on a project, think about working together on a project that involves writing and try to find a contest. Maybe get your parents' permission to say, hey, I want to write this idea and, pursue it. Even at 10 years old, that is not too young to start writing, you know, and start reading good writers like Mark Twain. Start reading from Mark Twain, right? Put this here, kind of twist that down a bit. Let me readjust this real quick. That goes there. Good. All right, guys. Can you help me to live stream? Um, well, according to the YouTube, the algorithm here, you're supposed to be a certain age to live stream. Live stream. But this is what I do to anybody who comes into my chat. Anybody who consistently comes in my chat, or if you go to some of my other videos and you start commenting on some of my other videos, what I do is I will see the names and I'll recognize the people who chat the most. And then once you go into your channel, or if you ever decide to start making videos and doing that, what I will do is I will go into your channel and I will comment on your videos and I will, just do my best to help you grow. Because the journey of life is this: you are going to have to learn how to do a lot of it yourself. That's the best way to learn. But I promise you this, anybody who consistently comes into my channel and comments on my videos and my streams, I will go into theirs because I've got 950,000 views and I've been making videos for a while, but I know there's limitations in my videos. I'm not the best tech guy, I'm not the best editor, but what I do is I consistently try to put out videos for you guys and encourage you. As far as going live, you need to talk to your parents and say, hey, I want to go live and do this, and then do what they say. Because remember, your parents are in charge, right? is blocks. Well, here, go into my chat if you can, and or not my chat. Go into the YouTube where you subscribe. Subscribe to my channel and go comment on a few of my videos. And it's usually about once a week, usually on Sundays. I'll go in, and the people who comment the most on my videos, I do my best to try to comment on theirs. Now, I do get a lot of comments because remember, I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. So because I have over 1,000 videos, I go through once a week, and I probably should do it more, but I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And trust me, I will eventually see your comment, and I will remember Blocks Furret Noob. I will remember that name. So C7, let's put a C. G. Ooh, that's not the right G. So the C needs to go down two. To the G. To an F. To the D right there. That's a pretty sound. Well, thank you. Blocks Fruit Noob. Blocks Fruit Noob. Blocks Fur Noob. So, how do you make money? How do I make my money? That's a great question. I am an entrepreneur. So, I have a lot of little businesses that I do. So, I'm a personal trainer. So, there's a local gym. I have clients that pay me to write their diets and stay lean. Because I used to be kind of big. I was like 300 pounds. And now I'm 220 at 6'4". And I'm somewhat lean and in shape. You know, I could always be in better shape. But people pay me to do a few things. I help people with their stock portfolios. I sell insurance and I help people with personal training. So, what I do is I have a lot of services I offer, and I have clients that pay me for services, which is the beauty of capitalism. So, now keep in mind, a long time ago, I was in the Navy. So, I was in the Navy. Your dad paints houses? Great. Your dad painting houses, that is a great business. So, you know, you think about people that do services with their hands. Sometimes we have to work for other people, and then sometimes we have our own businesses. And it's just different ways of living. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, what you do is when you trade time for money, you do that for a period of time. And if you love to paint houses, then you should go paint houses all day, make good money, support your family. That's awesome. For me, I like to do things that, like I do a lot of insurance. So when I sell an insurance policy to someone, I do one job and I'll make money every month for like the next 10 years. So I do something once and it continues to pay me month after month after month. For example, if I sell an insurance policy to someone, let's say I make $300 on that, which doesn't sound like a lot, but then every month I make $70. So I make $70 that month, then the next month I make 70, next month I make 70, and that's from one person. Now, if you have 100 people doing that, what's 100 times 70, right? 100 times 70 is 7,000. So I can make $7,000 a month every single month until they decide to cut their policies out. But why would they cut their policies out if I give them a good policy? So I like to do what they call residual income. That's what I try to do. But that's not for everybody. Do what makes you happy. But if you want to make money in this world, the best way to make money is to sell something that every month the person continues to pay you. Your dream job is to help my mom and dad. Well, that's not really a job. That is your goal. So that's your dream goal. So your goal is to help mom and dad, which is awesome because me, myself, I plan to retire my mom and dad. So mom and dad don't have to work anymore. You see what I'm saying? So I'm stepping towards retiring them so as they get old, they don't have to work anymore. And I'm halfway to that goal. Halfway. Now, how how do you make mom and dad not have to work anymore? I'll tell you what normally doesn't happen. You don't trade time for money. If you have to go physically do something and then someone pays you, that's okay for a period of time. We all have to do that. I did that. I traded time for money cooking. Awesome. So, let me paint you a picture. If you love to cook, you should probably go to culinary school. If not, you should go to a restaurant and find a chef that's willing to teach you the business, not just to cook. Because, yes, cooking is great. But why does Gordon Ramsay have millions of dollars? He's not just a cook. He knows how to cook. He traded time for money, but then he built a business and he built a brand based on his cooking. So now Gordon Ramsay has books he sells. He goes in the restaurants. He's on TV. You need to figure out how to take your cooking and monetize that into a brand and build your brand. You have to build your brand. That is how it is. You want to learn business. Remember, you want to, the best business to make money is this business model. You do something that someone pays you for, and then every month they have to continue to pay you, and then you get money for the next 10, 15 years. Every single month, you continue to get money from doing the job one time. Then you have more time. So then while that money's coming in, you can pick something else to do. Does that make sense? Like for real, does that make sense? Does that make sense, Blocks? Actually, I'm going to put the guitar setting on because I've got one more song I need to work on, and then I'm going to go to the gym. So you got me for about 10 more minutes. Okay. So, Blocks, get you a pen and paper. Let me know when you have a pen and paper, okay? Okay. Hold on. Let me know when you have a pen and paper, okay? Do you have a pen and paper? All right, Blocks. Blocks. Get you a pen and paper, and when you have it, write down I have a pen and paper. Anybody that's in the chat, get a pen and paper. I'm going to show you the best way to make money. I'm going to tell you what you need to look. Okay. You need to write down Residual income. Residual income. That means reoccurring income. Okay? Residual income. What you want to do is learn how to create residual income. Okay? That is the key. That involves having a retirement account with stocks that pay dividends and making a service that people pay you every month. So you only have to do the work one time and then you just do a little bit of management and the money keeps coming in. That is the business model that you want. A subscription-based model and building a brand. That's how you do it. Cool. All right, well, my moderator's leaving, so it is what it is. All right, Blocks. So when it comes to your YouTube channel, well, just remember your YouTube can create residual income through monetization. But I'll see you next time. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll check in the comments. Just go look at some random videos and comment, and eventually I will get to your comments. And yeah, I'll subscribe to the channel. I really, really encourage everyone to try to just look. You're probably going to fail your few times in business. My first 3 businesses failed, and it was really discouraging. But you got to just keep on going. Eventually, you'll find the business that you're good at, and it will work. It will happen. You just got to keep it up here. You just got to keep your brain ready. All right, guys, I'm going to play this one little piece. This is in the E. It's a guitar setting, so it's supposed to be like, oh, you're welcome, noob. Have a good day, noob, Mr. Blocks, my future author. In about 10 minutes, I got to go to the gym. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to the gym. So this one, if you like music, guys, this is E to D, C, and you're very welcome. Remember, you're the future. C. Supposedly that is an electric guitar, Jazz. Interesting sound. Hey, everybody. Anybody that's in the chat, feel free. I'm only going to be here. I've been here for about an hour almost. I got to go to the gym in a little bit. All right. So we're playing this one. Maybe the angle's better over here. We'll try that angle now. What's up, guys? Your favorite coach and entrepreneur, Coach Chris. Hope everybody's doing well. We only got about 10 more minutes. Yummy, yummy. Shout out to Bear and Otter. Good company. Only got about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to go to the gym, unless we just get like a big flood of people in here. Feel free if anybody's in the chat to drop a comment. I love to see the I love to see the hearts and the comments in the section. It makes me happy. to put a chat in there, guys. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's having a good day over there. I like to see where everybody comes in from, so if you can, put where you're at in the chat. Yeah. Chicken. Hello, chicken. Is that how you say hello in chicken language? Coffee. Coffee time. Ah. Hello, chicken. How are you? Got to get some coffee. So we've been going for 81 minutes. So in a little bit, I'm going to go to the gym. But how are you, chicken? Hey, chicken. Hope you're doing well today, Mr. Chicken. Hey, chicken, what you up to today? Celestial, I wonder what this sounds like. Somebody give me a thumbs up in the chat if y'all like the sound. Hmm. That's something. I don't know. I don't know if I like that as much. Back to the piano. All right, guys. I see we have one chat in there from Mr. Chicken or Mrs. Chicken. How are you, chicken? You're just going to say hello and then not respond back, Mr. Mrs. Chicken? Anyways, only going to be here for a few more minutes, guys. And then I need to go to the gym. Hmm. What's up, chicken? Chicken, you're in the chat. All right, guys, until next time, stay good. Please like, comment, and share, and subscribe.